Minister of Education Jonathan Powell said that some schools will reopen using a shift system. Schools on St. Kitts and Nevis will reopen on the 7th September, with students reporting to their classrooms on the 9th of September. Minister Powell said that schools will reopen with safety protocols fully in place and with operational procedures that will facilitate effective teaching and successful learning experiences for students. Appearing on the recent program of the Prime Minister Leadership Matters, the Minister of Education said also that schools with the largest populations will reopen and operate under a shift system.
There are certain schools that will be resuming on a shift system, and this is being done because we are confident in the procedures and processes that we have in place, and those schools have been identified based on their population. So these would be the larger schools. And the primary schools which will be operating on a shift system are the Beach Island Primary, the Dr. William Connor Primary, the Sandy Point Primary, the Tucker Clark Primary, and the Cotton Thomas School. The secondary schools that will be opening on a shift system are the Washington Archibald High School and the Bastia High School. Teachers will be expected to come out to work for the entire day as normal. They will be expected to report to work at 8 a.m. and complete their day of work at 4 p.m. In terms of the hours that the children will be required to attend school, for grades 4 and higher, the children will be expected to report to school at 8:30, and sorry, let me correct that. Schools that are not on shift system, you go to school, it's full day school as normal, 8:30 to 3:30. Those who are on the shift system will be required to come out for the morning shifts, those who attend the morning shifts, at 8:25 a.m. and that shift will end at 12:15. So if you are attending school on the morning shift, you come at 8:25 and that shift concludes at 12:15. If you're coming for the afternoon shift, you report to school for 12:50 in the afternoon, and that will go down, that shift goes on until 3:30 in the afternoon. Now, we have adjusted the length of the different periods during these shift systems. Normally, in a regular, unaffected school day, children would have 7 different periods of instruction. We have adjusted the time frame for these periods so that the children will now have 5 hours of instruction within a shift. So we are trying our best to ensure that although it is a different system, that the children are benefiting from as much instruction as possible. And we again ask parents and guardians to make a note of this information and to work with us. Although you may be required to have your child report at 8:25, we want you to bring them a little earlier. And different schools will be reaching out. They have already started reaching out to the parents and guardians through letters and WhatsApp chats, as they have in different schools, to put together a list in terms of staggered times for children to report to school so that we don't have too many children coming to school at the same time. Similarly, break time and break periods and lunch periods will be staggered so that we don't have too many children coming out and playing and having some recreation at the same time. I provide this particular information at this point to show that a lot of work has been put in place, and we are indeed confident that we will resume next week in a very healthy and efficient way.
Minister Powell said that the Ministry of Education, in collaboration with the COVID-19 Task Force, is making available to the public the document Guidelines for the Reopening of Primary and Secondary Schools for the school year 2020 to 2021. He said the document will be available to the public as of the 2nd September 2020. Glenn Barrett, SKN Newsline.
Dr. Terence Drew, chairman of the St. Kitts and Nevis Labour Party, said it is due to lobbying by the opposition why the local authorities have managed well the coronavirus pandemic.
I want people to understand clearly that I had put out a comprehensive plan for COVID-19 even before the government responded. I initially called for early closure of the borders so that we don't get any cases and we did not have to shut down too much of our businesses and economic activity inside. Eventually the cases came in because the Prime Minister, Sean Richard, said they're going to do well only when they get cases. I think that the government misstep. They weren't having any briefings. I called for briefings and regular briefings. As you know, I had my own program to brief people and update people. I called for the Cuban professionals to come in. I called for a separate area of the ICU. Remember, I was the first person who called that OTI be used as a place to quarantine people so that people can be monitored, because people were being quarantined and being walking up on the streets and so forth. So those are a number of things that I called for. At the end of the day, we had a discussion about test kits, but of course the protocol was if there's a new test on the market, you bring it to the CMO's office, you verify it, and you determine if you use it or not. So that is why even though they tried this propaganda tactic that the medical board or the officials could not have done anything, because they knew that what I was doing was the correct thing to do and the direction in which I went was the correct direction in which to go in. The government still did not call the opposition together to the table, even though the World Health Organization said that all political parties or all political interests should really be brought and we should not play politics with the issue. So I had started and put a comprehensive plan out there on how to deal with COVID-19. I was ahead of the government on all of these things because I already had an advisory team and I had been to Europe, came back home, had the necessary scientific information to get ahead even of the rest of the Caribbean countries.
Dr. Drew said the government must now ensure that the main standards and protocols are followed in the reopening of the country's borders. The opposition has repeatedly called for it to be invited by the government to work in tandem to tackle the effects of the pandemic on St. Kitts and Nevis. Andre Huey, SKN Newsline.
It's not just iced tea and it's not cold tea. But who said we couldn't be in the middle? We are Mother Becky Quenchers, a herbal iced tea. It's a different and innovative take on using traditional herbs for tea. It's a home-brewed blend of natural organic herbs and spices, ready to drink at any time. We've turned ingredients you've used many times into something crisp, thirst-quenching, and did we mention taste awesome? Drinking tea just got better. Mother Becky Tea.
In stressful times, you need relief, a way to release your stress and care for your health. You need Serenity. Yes, Serenity Mobile Spa, where we come to your home and offer the very best in massage and spa treatment. Your health is our priority as we practice the highest hygiene procedures before, during, and after your treatment. Choose from massages to meet your physical needs, scrubs, facials, waxing, and much more. We also provide our customers a complimentary serving of refreshing local coconut water with each massage. During these restricted times, we urge our customers to stay healthy. We will come to you.
Call us at 762-0157 or 760-8899. Find us on Facebook, Serenity Mobile Spa St. Kitts, or email us at serenitymobilespa869@gmail.com.
Serenity Mobile Spa.
Auto Plus Car Wash, located on the College Street Gut, Bastille, St. Kitts. Bring your car to Auto Plus Car Wash to remove water stains, wiper marks. Get your doors, roof panel cleaned, seat floor mats, buffing, headlights, and engine wash. You get quality service at the best price at Auto Plus Car Wash. They really care for your car. Call 765-5140 or visit them on the College Street Gut, Bastille, St. Kitts. Auto Plus Car Wash, where the service is number one.
The closure of the First Caribbean International Bank branch on Nevis should not adversely affect the banking environment too much, according to Premier Mark Brantley. In his last press conference held in August, Premier Brantley announced that the First Caribbean branch will close later in the year. He said the Nevis Island administration is not aware of the reasons for the closure and described it as a business decision.
We also had the very sad news that the First Caribbean International Bank has decided to close its Nevis branch effective November 30th. So when you thought the news was bad, you get more bad news. Now, I should say and go on record to say that there was no consultation or discussion with the NIA on this matter. Nor do we have any control over whether a bank or any other business decides to close, because that is a business decision. And so First Caribbean has taken a business decision that it will close its doors in Nevis after many decades of operation, and that they will close effective November 30th. In terms of staff, we advised that First Caribbean had 7 full-time staff members and 2 contracted workers. Of those, we gather, only 1 staff member has been offered a position on St. Kitts, where apparently First Caribbean will continue their operations. We are not yet clear how they will service their clientele in Nevis, but I suppose in the days and weeks ahead we will find out more. Luckily for Nevis, we have many other banks that are operating here, and so customers will certainly have an option if they choose to exercise that option. We have, of course, our own bank, the Bank of Nevis. We have the St. Kitts Nevis Anguilla National Bank. We have, is it RBT? RBTT, that is also operating here. And we have Republic Bank, which is operating. We also have the credit unions that operate. So we have options on Nevis, thankfully, that we will not be without banking services because First Caribbean has opted to leave.
Brantley said he hoped that the bank will return at some time in the future. Glenn Barrett, SKN Newsline.
The newly formed Professional Association of Creativity and Entertainment, PACE, is appealing to members within the creative and entertainment industry to become a member of the association. President of PACE, Azam Bailey, speaking on Tuesday's edition of Freedom FM's Issues program, said the association is designed to, among other things, educate those in the sector on ways to improve their business.
We're a very new association, but for now, persons could email PACE, SKN, that's PACE, SKN, at gmail.com, and just request information. You could also check out our Facebook and our Instagram pages for information about that as well. And I want to use this opportunity to encourage people to really come on board, really support PACE. If you're creative, you're somebody who is interested in monetizing, in industrializing your talent, whether it is involved in the music, whether it's involved in visual, performing arts, or even if you're a service provider, a sound system owner, tent rental service, a manager, entertainment lawyer, we're hoping that you could see that PACE is something that could add value to what you're doing and come on board and join. So you go to @PACE, PACE, on Facebook or on Instagram for more information.
Mr. Bailey spoke passionately about some of the challenges facing the sector, including being paid for their services in a timely manner.
Things like getting deposits up front, things like being able to hold your leverage. For instance, there's some cases where, I manage a band, and there's some cases where the band just won't play if we don't get our money when we're supposed to get it, right? It's just that this person has proven time and time again that there's an issue paying. So why would I go and give up the one piece of leverage that I have?
PACE, which also has promoters as members, will be looking at a rating system for promoters and entertainers.
You have a certain star rating, meaning that the good business practices, for instance, we come to your event, you acknowledge and live up to the terms of our contract. The rider, there's comfortable accommodations for. I've been to events where there's nice posh tents for the overseas artists, the local artists got to sit on a rock somewhere. Got to come to the main gate with everybody. Like these kind of things happen.
PACE was established in July with a newly elected board comprising of members in the entertainment and creative arts industry. The PACE board of directors is led by Adrian Lamb and includes performing arts director Kenny Warner, visual arts director Carla Astafan, and director of service providers Zachary Getz and Ulrich Ricky McCall. The executive committee comprises Vice President Maurice E.K. Flanders, Secretary Desi Brown, Treasurer Kimara Lady Diva Williams, Assistant Secretary and Treasurer Renelcia Page Thomas, and Public Relations Officer M.J. Byron and Stephen Smith. Andre Huey, SKN Newsline. A historic SKNFA Congress unanimously confirms the Nevis Football Association's membership. The 2020 St. Kitts Nevis Football Association Annual Congress was convened via Zoom on Sunday, August 30th. The Nevis Football Association was granted provisional membership to the SKNFA by the Executive Committee on August 8th. The Nevis Football Association submitted its application for membership to the SKNFA following a bilateral meeting earlier in 2020 between the two bodies to discuss the development of football on Nevis. President of the SKNFA, Anthony Johnson, who is in his final year of his 4-year tenure and what is expected to be his final year in the position of president, hailed the confirmation of the Nevis FA as a step in the right direction for football development in the federation, and one that makes the SKNFA truly representative of its name. Raymond Brantley, president of the Nevis Football Association, expressed his appreciation to the members for their overwhelming confirmation and said that he looks forward to working with the SKNFA to contribute to the continued development of football in Nevis. The membership provides the necessary structure for growth and football development on Nevis through various programs, which include but not limited to coach education, grassroots program, referee development, youth football, and financial and other support for the Nevis Football Association.
Commercial signs, decal printing, canvas prints, license plates, posters. We at Multigraphics are dedicated to providing quality products and service to our customers. Our team takes pride in the craftsmanship and is passionate about its work. Every job, large or small, is important. Most of our customers come to us through referrals. That's because our number one priority is service. We serve a wide variety of customers, such as restaurants, retail stores, manufacturers, trucking companies, and many more. Our capabilities include design, production, and installation. How can we help? We are located at Bird Rock at the Woods Right compound. Call us at 869-763-1511 or 784-491-7599. Multigraphics.
KVK Enterprises at Boyd's Housing Development, Trinity Parish, St. Kitts. For all your t-shirt printing, banners and signs, promotional products, shipping, motivational speeches, computer classes, agro-processing, art and craft, and desktop publishing. Come to KVK Enterprises at Boyd's Housing Development, Trinity, St. Kitts. Telephone 661-0118 or 765-7270. Email drkhrystus@kvklives.com or visit www.kvklives.com. KVK Enterprises.